It's about that time, folks. Let's go ahead and get back into it. Can't wait to see how this one goes down. You see the two teams on your screen. One of them you're very familiar with. Another one we still have yet to see what is going down. Welcome to the Twitch channel for the final game of week number 1. It's going to feature Tampa Bay and Toronto. Typhoon versus Wraiths. You could go ahead and say it whenever you want to say it, however you want to say it. I didn't come alone again. Look at people helping your boy out tonight. I love to see it. My good friend KT is here in the booth with me once again. My friend, how you feeling?
Feeling good. Excited to be here. Excited to call the game with you.
Excited to have you on board again. It's been a while since we got in the booth together. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get into GSB with you and got caught up fixing up this league and everything, but I'm gonna get on that side eventually. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm gonna go over there eventually. But we got the game here tonight. Tampa Bay at Toronto. First look at the Toronto Wraiths here. And what are your thoughts between the two teams here that you currently see?
Yeah, this one could be interesting. Toronto made a lot of moves to be as competitive as they could be here tonight against Tampa Bay. I'm curious to see how they go. Good defense, picked up some good players, particularly one that you know pretty well, right?
I'm pretty familiar with this one right here. Number 23, Preston Dotson, his debut in Florida. Gonna be fun seeing that up in there. Make sure y'all do that exclamation point USFA in the chat. Get in the giveaway. I'm seeing we already had a good amount of people already. I see 11 and we didn't even get the game started. That means we're on pace to break the record. Got to keep it moving here. But we also get to see this new look Toronto team. We'll get to see our first expansion team at home. We already seen New Jersey earlier this week. They couldn't get the job done against a tough Charlotte team, but we'll see a somewhat close matchup in my personal opinion. I wouldn't say that either one has a huge edge over the other outside of experience for the Tampa Bay, but it can honestly go either way. A lot of people are leaning Tampa Bay in this one, and I can't wait to get
They usually do root against the expansion teams, right? But looking through the two rosters here, there's a lot of familiar names, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it go either way.
Yeah, your former teammate as well, JoJo, is there for Toronto. You see Darren Eliason, he's going to be playing against his former team in Tampa Bay in this one. So it's going to be a fun ride all the way through. Everything is ready to go. And I'm going to give you the grace like I did the homies before me. You let me know when to go.
Can we go now?
We can go right now. Let's go ahead and
let's go now.
Let's go ahead and go right now. I ain't mad at you. I'm go ahead and do it. And we're gonna get this thing rolling for you. Let me go ahead and flip over to it. We are underway, and it looks like it'll be the homies in Toronto kicking us off, sending it to Tampa for this return here. Let's see how far it goes. Trying to take it past the 20 to around the 24-yard line. And it's going to set up 1st and 10 here for the first time. Tampa Bay trying to get the job done. Going to look for a huge drop back. The pass rush almost getting home, but the pass is going to be complete to the left side. There goes Travis Vaughn for his first catch. A gain of 8 to kick this one off. And as you can see, Tampa Bay has a new look as well.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Working with the splash marks, you know, a little bit different. It's going to come through. Just give it a second. If you have to leave, come back in. That normally fixes it up. But 2nd and 2 coming now. Let's see what Tampa could do. Going to be a handoff to the right side, finding a hole, pushing forward past the 35 to around the 37. And so far, Tampa Bay on the move.
Yeah, they weren't too far from that first down on that first attempt. Quarterback played the ball a little too high. He had to do the little diving catch, so he went down. Made life easy though on Ja'Cory Dash just to run it up and through.
All good to go. We'll see what happens here. They're going to fake it. Actually, they're going to go with the jet sweep, and they're going to go ahead and get a short game there, maybe one. Trying to get it to the new. Actually, that's Bronson Sparrow there, number 12. 2nd and 9 coming.
That was an odd fake. I think they faked me a little even.
Second and 9 here. Tampa trying to get something going, and there's going to be another handoff finding a hole as Dash trying to juke up, and is going to make that 3rd down a lot easier to hit, KT.
Yeah, it definitely is. Maybe even go back to Dash here and let him go up the middle. He's had a good job. He's done a good job so far finding that spacing.
Let me see if I can change something real quick. As we see the pass again, taking off to run, and he's going to have to throw this one away. And the Toronto defense gets the stop on 3rd down. We'll see this Toronto offense hit the field.
Yeah, if he had been a little more decisive there, he might have been able to pick up the 1st down on his own legs, but unfortunately, he had guys coming on either side of him there at the end.
4th and 3 coming up. We're going to see Trey Pointer had a great season, and he's back looking for the great bounce. He's going to get that great bounce down to the 2. And Toronto's first drive, they're going to have to start a little bit far back.
Wow. I mean, what can you say about that? Even the receiver there on that thought that was going to be a touchback, and now they're pinned back there.
Couldn't have asked for a better bounce. I was expecting that one to go into the end zone, but hey, we'll see this new look Tampa Bay defense. And looks like Toronto's starting real far back, but they're going to get some help, a handoff. Pushing forward
that will.
Pushing forward is Austin Wilson. We're going to get right. It's all good. First time in a while. It's all straight. But Brock Hoskins got caught up there.
I don't know. If I was the punter on that previous play, I'd be wanting to fight my man Brock Hoskins right there.
New look Preston Dotson right there. You see the drip. The drip don't quit. There for number 23. I shouldn't be talking too much about my player, but I can't help it. He looks so pretty. And almost got him again, but not to be. Here comes Jerry Carr's first pass, and it's going to be incomplete in coverage.
Oh, man.
And Preston Dotson already making his presence felt right there, punching that one out.
I'm not even sure that there was enough pressure there to have dropped that one. I feel like that one should have been one he brought in.
Jim Carr, the former Pittsburgh Roughneck, the new face here for Toronto's offense. They're going to fake it, looking for a man. Going to throw it right side and going to be caught. And he is going to get his feet in bounds. That's going to be a gain of 29 there for Dustin Rooks.
He just punched Coach in the face.
And that was just a perfect pass right there. Can't be mad at that. And it looks like no challenge coming. Going to set up 1st and 10 coming up here. Going to send a man in motion. That's Aiden Keown, the USFA Journeyman of the Year, I'd say. Looking for a man. Pressure trying to get home, not to be, but the pass off the mark.
I think it's interesting how much they're going to that passing game here. Particularly trusting Jim Carr pretty heavily right now. I know him pretty well, so...
Talking to the coaching staff that says he has all the makings to be a great quarterback in this league, just needs to find the right system to where he could play to his strengths. Another motion coming, looking for a man again, looking middle of the field and running right into Preston Dotson for his his 2nd tackle. They're going to make it 3rd and 7.
Yeah, quick, decisive, and placed it right in the hands of his receiver.
3rd and 7 coming up. Tampa Bay trying to get off of the field here. Toronto trying to get past the 46-yard line to keep the drive alive. Looking for a man again. Protection is solid. The pass is going to get home, though, and that is going to be another 1st down play here for Toronto. They're moving the ball down the field.
Yeah, and I think they might even have made it to more yardage now than the Typhoon did. But that one was one that was just so well placed. Look at that, right over the outstretched hands of number 24 there.
Yeah, that was Shallow Marino almost there with the coverage, but not to be on that one. Going to be a fake handoff. They're going to throw it to the left side. He's going to keep his feet in bounds. And it's going to be a gain of 3 on the play.
Looked like he wanted a little bit further downfield on that one, but had to check down mound to get it too, so they at least pick up some kind of yardage.
2nd and 7 coming up. Jim Carr looking pretty nice here on this drive. Can't lie to you.
So far, yeah. He's been pretty efficient. And I think one of those... Sorry, I don't mean to keep talking over you, but
you talk. This is why I bring you in, so you can talk some more. Go ahead. I'm so used to it. Go ahead.
So one of those that missed incomplete pass, I think, was more of a drop on his receiver than his own fault. So
then he's quiet in the chat. That's what they said, as a handoff up the middle, and that's going to be easy. First down inside the 25. They go, and Toronto's first drive started pretty deep. They're making the work here, KT.
Yeah, and they had a little bit of an offsides help to help move them up, but I mean, I think they seemed like they were moving that just fine anyway with that pin down there.
No life so far here for Tampa Bay's defense, trying to get the stop. They're going to send JoJo in motion. Former Roughneck and Voyager. They're going to send a blitz. Doesn't get home and left the man open.
Oh,
in a familiar face. Darren
Where's the
Eliason.
defense?
Touchdown. Toronto gets their first on a long drive.
No defense there anywhere near him. Look at that. For a whole second there on that screen, it was just him out in space.
Their halfback, Ryan, is Austin Wilson, rookie. As we see the kick there, going to be all day, a 9-play, 98-yard drive. And the Tampa Bay defense, they're going to have to do a little soul searching after that one. They got pretty beat up there, but still plenty of time to get their feet in motion. Pretty interesting setup here so far. Did not expect that to happen.
Yeah, and didn't take all of the time for the Toronto team to get into some kind of a rhythm to start this one.
Also got to give credit to that protection as well. Tampa Bay sent some blitzes. They really didn't get close to Carr at all, and he had a pretty clean pocket. And sure enough, Toronto is taking the lead. We'll see what Tampa Bay could do to respond. Sending this one away here. Going to be from the end zone. Returning it past the 20. Looking for a cut up and running straight into number 58. They're going to make it 1st and 10 coming up here for Tampa. Looking at the predictions, looks like 88% went with Tampa in this ball game. And after these first 2 drives, I wonder if a few of them are sweating a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit before this game started. How a lot of times teams are going to go with what they know, and that's Tampa Bay. Toronto is not a team that anybody really knows a whole lot about. They're an expansion team, and usually the safer bet is against an expansion team in any league or any life situation.
Any given sim day for sure. James West going to take off to run, but he's going to run straight into the home at Dexter Hall. Look at that hunk of a man right there.
Oh my
Make
Lord.
them lose 5 on that play.
Are his shoulders that big, or does he have extra large shoulder pads?
Yes. It's 3rd and 15 now. Tampa Bay looking for some sort of momentum here. They're going to launch it and going to almost throw a pick. And this Toronto defense is not playing games tonight.
No, they don't. They don't look like they're skipping any beats out there right now.
It's going to go straight back to Toronto, who had a real long drive. They'll have their best starting field position on this one, no doubt. Sending this one away. How far can Trey Pointer send it? To the 30-yard line. Definitely a great punt. Nonetheless, going to take it to the 40. And it's going to be 1st and 10 coming from the Wraiths. And we are in the graveyard. This is the the name of the field. He says trying to put the Typhoon souls to rest.
Yeah, this was pretty nice arena too, by the looks of it. Like the end zones.
Thank you. Me and Krem, we did a lot of soul searching to get this thing rolling, but it's real sweet. I love how it came out. Looking for a fake, gonna throw it short and gonna turn up trying to juke. He's gonna get a short game there too. And he falling again. He
just fall over.
He need a life alert, guys.
He might have a concussion already, guys.
The CTE, no joke. I'm trying to tell you, this is USFA for you. The second and 8 coming though. Tampa Bay trying to get off of the field real quick, get their offense some more chances. Looking for a man, throws it short. It's going to be caught by Dusty. Another great game there. We're going to make it 3rd and 3.
Jim Carr, super efficient so far. Still only has the one incomplete pass, and that incomplete pass could have even been blamed on the receiver, in my opinion.
Definitely manageable here. Could do a lot. Could pass it, could run it. And they're going to try the run game, trying to get around. And there goes the first down again by Wilson. And he's picking up the yards that he needs to pick up.
Yeah, he sure is. And, I mean, he made a lot out of that play. Cut back right, go up the middle where there was some space there.
1st and 10 coming up, back in Tampa Bay territory. Looking to get some more yards. They're going to try the run game. Going to find a little bit of a hole. A nice cut inside of the line to get 4 out of that play. Could have been a lot worse.
He just threw that ball like 3 yards for no reason.
The league owner says, let me get some biddies up in here real quick. I ain't mad at you, big homie.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Gonna be passing it again. This Carr looking for a man. Protection's breaking down, throwing on the run. It is going to be caught, but he's going backwards, and it's going to be a 3rd and 7 situation.
I think if I were in that situation, I would have just rather him run that up. He would have gotten a couple more yards out of it, taking that by foot, than putting that out to his out man.
Most definitely. I agree with you there. Going with another shotgun look. Tampa Bay with the chance to get off of the field. Looking to get something going middle of the field, and it looked like he ran into his own receiver there, trying to make the catch. Got him out of position, and Tampa Bay is going to get their first stop of the game.
Maybe some mistiming on their that play call there, execution by the route running. I'm not sure, but they definitely got held up on each other. And
new quarterback, new receivers, new team, trying to get that all figured out. That barely goes into the end zone. That was actually a pretty decent kick there, but not to be. Gonna make it 1st down and 10 coming.
those are some really big shoulders.
Yes.
It's like, it feels like you modded those in.
Yeah, I didn't. But let's just say first spray, he's been juicing a little bit. We don't condone it, but we don't even check. It's going to be passing, looking for a man, left side, and caught. And there goes Ja'Cory Dash for a gain of about 6. Make that 7. And that's more than likely going to close out quarter numero uno, the final game of week 1, folks. Let's go ahead and get into it. Throw your 2s up. I see a lot of people up in here getting that giveaway as we see a handoff pushing forward. Reaching out is Ja'Cory Dash, and I think he got it. Yes, he does. Good job there. Tampa Bay on the move. And my boy Ryan Davis, he says he comes to every stream. He wants more biddies.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
Thanks so much, big homie. 25 on that one. Gonna fake it to Dash, looking to throw it to him now, and gonna get chased down, and he will get a few yards there. Actually, that's a run play there to Ja'Cory Dash for 3.
They're going to him here fairly consistently, wanting him involved. Maybe made more so because they've had trouble getting anything to go in the air against this Toronto defense.
I'm gonna talk about what's going to happen in that chat in a little bit, but it's a handoff pushing forward is Ja'Cory Dash, and shout out to the homie guy Clausen. He said he bringing the mix. 300 biddies in the chat already. You love to see it, and I might try to incite a bit war here. See if Ryan is going to bite. 3rd and 2.
I think he said one time when I was in here on a Pittsburgh game that he was maxed out his wife's credit card and he wouldn't feel bad about it.
Great carry there from Tom Edwards, but I need to stop talking about the game. Ryan Davis right on cue with 700 biddies.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
He says he doesn't care.
Does it count when you're the owner?
Oh, 500, my bad, I ran that wrong, but it's all good. Gonna be another carry by Dash, and then the homie guy Clausen is throwing some biddies too. Come on.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
How many times am I going to do the Don DeMarco in the stream? 2nd and 5. You're close to starting the hype train, my friends. Keep it moving if you're gonna do it. Caboose says start it up.
Man, 2,000.
Shit like that.
Caboose playing games. Either start the hype train up, then already the last game of week 1. I love to see it. 3rd and 1. I'm supposed to be focusing on the game, but I'm looking at the biddies. Let me throw it again.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
3rd and 1 coming up. This is Tampa Bay's best drive so far to this point. Almost got a man offsides. Looking for a man. Right side in, going to be caught. And there goes the man getting into the mix. I believe that's 83. Elijah Nigma for his first official USFA catch for 15.
Yeah, they're moving here. They're getting close to being able to put this into an end zone. They just got to keep it going with that momentum.
Level 2 hype train thanks to the guy Clausen. What?
Shit like that. Shit like that.
Faking one time, not the second time. Pushing forward is Ja'Cory Dash, 9 for 33. Keeping it moving. And thank you so much for the bits in the chat. It's a fun ride for sure. Can we get to level 3? That is the question. 2% into it. Let's keep it moving. 2nd and 9. On with the one tight end set, single back. Mr. West gonna fake it, gonna launch it right side and caught. There goes Elijah Nigma for another one. Oh yeah, we are on level 3, so moving towards level 4. But Ryan Davis says stop talking about the game. He says get some more biddies. We in level 4, folks. Let's get into it. Keep it moving. Thank you so much, Mr. Ryan, but unfortunate there for Tampa. Moving backwards there thanks to the false start.
Yeah, they need to air this one out here. Ja'Cory Dash has not been able to pick up a lot of yardage when he is running. He's only on, he's like 4 yards of carry right now or something along those lines.
Yeah, a little shy of 4. They're going to see if they can try to make up for it. Left side is wide open there for the homie, and he is going to pick up the first down. There goes Travis Vaughn and USFA Caboose. I love this man so much. Yeah, he's going to throw 5K on your boys like that.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
He said he's flexing.
5,000. That's crazy. It doesn't count, Caboose.
I love it. Handoff, pushing forward, shedding off one man, does get inside the 10. And this is definitely Tampa Bay's best drive so far. It counts, Ryan. Deal with it. But can Tampa Bay continue to drive and punch it into the end zone? That's the question we have to answer here as the second quarter is halfway through. Low scoring affair up to this point. Has been long drives all the way through, and a nice tackle, nice block shed from 99. 3rd and medium coming. We're in level 6 right now. That's crazy.
Impressive. Do we know what the record is on that?
I'm pretty sure that is the record. I'm pretty sure that's the record. I could put my money, my earnings on that, and I'm pretty sure it'll be a pretty safe bet, looking for a minute, but he's going to take off and run and almost throws it straight to a player right there. Not to be James West. He's going to have to settle for 3. And then, of course, boo Dotson because he didn't sign with Pittsburgh. Yeah, I felt that one. I'm not even going to lie to you. But thanks for the shout out, big homie.
No, you're lame for that.
I'm sorry.
She says with no bias.
Oh, man. But Tampa Bay does get on the scoreboard for the first time this season with the field goal. Can't be mad at that. A solid drive. Could have ended a little bit better. Decisions could have been a little bit better later on, but can't be mad at points. Ryan was given a silver spoon team. And then Blake said, and still gonna lose. That's tough.
Jeez.
That's tough. No faith. He said it's a completely different team now. Shut up. You're not playing games in the chat. I love it. How many people we got in the chat? I see 11. I'm not mad at it though. I'm happy that y'all here with us. It's gonna be 4 minutes.
They some loud 11, huh?
Yeah, that's a nice and loud 11. You can't be mad at that. I'm trying to tell you. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all for real. But Toronto's back onto the field. We'll see what Jim Carr could do. See if they can extend their lead back to 7 or even more with a touchdown. Ryan Davis told Blake, mind your business. As we see a handoff here and going to get a short game there. Attacked by number 54 is going to be 2nd and 8 coming up. That's Brock Hoskins.
I love seeing some of these names that I recognize from their college careers and following them here to see how well they translate that to the pros.
The Boost throwing out another 1K bet.
That would salt in the wounds.
Venom throwing out 1 biddy.
His 1 biddy is just as important.
Just as important. I love every bit as much as the next bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where I was going with that. I kind of fumbled that in my mind, but it's all good. Appreciate you, big dog, for supporting Mr. Venom, the team owner for the Tampa Bay Typhoon. As we see a motion, gonna look for a man. It's gonna be to the right side. That was off of the foot of Dusty Rooks, and he wasn't ready for it. He wasn't even turning around.
He didn't. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not even sure he knew that was flying towards him.
But Tampa Bay will get a 3-minute warning type of situation here. See if they can potentially take the lead. They won't be mad at it. Yeah, Ryan Davis like, my team ain't your business. After Blake Grant said, it is my business. That is not how it goes. But it's all good though. Gonna see 1st and 10 coming up. Jordan Vinny, a quiet day so far for him, but we'll see if that changes next time he gets back on defense. It's 1st and 10 here for Tampa. Caboose his mind though when you make 50 damn trades. Yeah, I felt that one. And then I have to actually move the players, you know what I'm saying?
Caboose is such a hateful dude sometimes. In the good ways. He's just I've talked to him a lot. He's just funny as crap.
It's part of his charm. That's why I stick around. It's a turn off to some, but for me, I love it. Because it's authentic.
You hear that? That's a turn on, he says.
Pause.
You said turn off for some. What's that make it?
Pause. That's all I'm gonna say. It's 1st and 10. Gonna send a man in motion. Gonna fake it 2 times. Looking for a man. Gonna take off to run a little bit. The pressure getting too crazy. He's gonna push forward and use that strength.
Wow.
And he doesn't care. He said he ain't scared of a new team coming. He's gonna truck somebody. It's 1st and 10. And Tampa Bay's got a nice start here before the 2-minute warning, or after the 2-minute warning.
There's a great possession there.
James West is one of the faster quarterbacks in the league, and that's one reason why you invest in it. Invest in the pass too. There goes Earl Flint for his first catch. We were waiting on him, and he's trying to start his campaign for wide receiver of the year. That's a great pass there to get him in the red zone.
Yeah, and that's a name that's well known in multiple leagues. And when I saw that on the roster, I was expecting to see some out of him.
Now, can Tampa Bay punch it in? This is their second trip in the red zone, looking to go for the screen. And look at that, man. He's going to shed them off. They'll keep the feet moving, and inside the 10 they go. And I'm looking to see what Ja'Cory Dash could do this season. That was a nice play.
Yeah, we're seeing some lot more life out of Tampa Bay here. I think they're getting some momentum to them. 1
minute left in the second. And James West, he's going to stand by his lonesome, looking for a pass right side, and overthrows the man going to the right. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. It's a big 3rd down, too. When you get in these situations, you want to get 7. You don't want to default to 3. And especially against a team that you feel have the advantage in regards to talent, you got to make the plays as they look, and that is a bad pass and a bad route there. That's going to be 4th and 3 coming up. Unfortunate for Tampa.
Yeah, it is.
I think if he waited just a little bit, he would have been wide open.
Patience is something that you preach all the time to teams, and can make or break plays.
Kick is going to be up for pointer. He will knock it through, and Toronto's lead, it started at 7, but it got chopped down to 1, so Tampa Bay is keeping themselves in it. But we got a low scoring affair here, KT. Did not come into this game thinking it was going to be completely low scoring. I was expecting at least 2 to 3 touchdowns at this point.
Yeah, and you were expecting it to be close between the two teams as well.
I did say that for a hit play game, so I guess I am on the money on that side. But Toronto, they got 50 seconds, all 3 timeouts. They could get a good drive. They could get that field goal back. Click off real quick, check the counter for the giveaway really fast, and looks like we're at 14, which is still a solid number nonetheless, and I will take it because there's a chance that the same people won't be getting it. We already got our first repeat this week with Coach Tito, Tyler Deathridge getting into the mix. There's 15. There goes Turks trying to get something for naming. Caboose in the chat saying Toronto's biggest hurdle is going to be their offensive play. But if Tampa Bay can't find a way to stop Darren Eliason, their former wide receiver, they might have a real good setup. Looking for a man across the middle, and that is incomplete.
Oh, man.
And there was some gray uniforms in that area.
Yeah, that one was a dangerous. I don't know if it was a miscommunication or just a lapse of judgment there.
And looks like Tampa's putting in the whole setup here on the O-line, see if they could get to him, but they back off in coverage, looking for a man, taking off to run, and there goes the first sack for Tampa. They'll call the timeout, and that was a great rush there for sure.
Yeah, and he just took entirely too long in the pocket there and didn't make a decisive decision, so they made him pay for it.
Could not quite see who that player was thanks to the timeout, but a great play nonetheless is going to set up 3rd and 14 here. Make sure you watch out for the highlight reel coming up on Tuesday as the look for the pass. It is going to be caught turning up, and he's going to be shy of the first down mark. That's going to be a nice play there from Tampa to at least keep him away from getting the first, and now they'll get the ball back.
They have yet to find their way into the end zone here tonight. Granted, they have got some points on the board, but finding themselves with a touchdown could go a long way for their momentum.
35 seconds here. And send the punt over to Vinny. Let's see what he can do with it. He does have some blockers, including Preston Dotson, but he goes away from him. And it's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. What can they do in 27 seconds and 1 timeout? Only the sim knows. Brim in the chat, the owner of Toronto. He's cheering his team on. He's proud of them. I already know for a fact. As we see a pass again, looking for a man across the middle and going to be caught. And that will be completed to around the 40. And I'm assuming they're going to call the timeout, try to go for the Hail Mary here.
Yeah, they could find their way into the end zone. Some extra points to take the lead there, and then who started with it?
I believe it was Tampa Bay that started with the football. It was I remember seeing Black kicking it off to start the game. And then
I think you're right. I think it was
the punt got him, and then they scored. So yeah, Toronto will start with the football. He is going to send everyone deep. They're trying to get home, and he is going to launch it in the middle of the field and incomplete. And
bobbles out, just too many bodies.
They're going to try it one more time, more than likely. We seen a couple of Hail Mary halftime hits last season. Will we see our first one in week 1? That will be decided in this play here, potentially. Another Hail Mary setup here. Toronto sends 3. Krim gets chopped down and going to get hit as he throws. And that could have been dangerous, potential fumble there, but they'll have one more chance.
He's got to send it off a little bit sooner. He waited too long on that one.
You could tell he wanted to at least try to get his receivers in the end zone. Not quite there, not enough time. Gonna be one more second, one more chance. Will the pass rush get home again? No, it will not, but the pass in the middle, almost picked off, almost caught, and we'll go ahead and take it into halftime, my folks. Looks like James West 55% so far. Jim Carr 64%, not over 100 yards, but a solid job from them. Gotta talk about the advertisements though. Shout out to the homies at W. As always, use that code on your screen, USFA S9. I gotta get that into my head. I've been saying USFA S8 for a good 4 months, but I got it. Make sure you use that code on your screen to get 10% off of each and every order that you choose to have with them. Great product if you don't want any of the jitters or the crashes when it comes to your energy drinks. And it is the official energy drink of the USFA, so make sure you show some love to them. Make sure you also show some love to Paladin. If you need any software help for your business, that is going to be the place that you are wanting to go to. Great product, great people, and they know what they're doing for sure. Just like the W, you'll be directly supporting the league by doing so. So sign the contract if you need some help with that. Also, shout out to all of our affiliates. We got that going on. We got the GSB, Gold Standard Basketball. If you want to do what you do here, but on the hardwood playing basketball, pause, that is where you're going to do that there. And also shout out to the Elite College Football League, ECFL. They're our collegiate affiliates, and once they finish their collegiate careers there, they get drafted by one of our 12 teams in the USFA. Great partnership with them, great product as well. And then we also have Goals, Great One Hockey League Sim. If you need to get your fix for hockey, if you want to be the next Wayne Gretzky or insert NHL Hall of Famer, that is the place that you're going to do it there. But outside of that, we could go ahead and get this thing back rolling. Before we click back on, what are your thoughts about this game so far between these two teams?
A lot of defense being played, not a lot of offense finding its way into the end zones. Nice. In basketball, you would say hard mouth basketball, right? So here it's just a lot of competitiveness out there on that field right now.
Yeah, they'll call it smash mouth in this one for the game of football. That's the terminology we use there, but it's all gravy. It's all good. Let me go ahead and flip back into it so the crew can see, you know what I'm saying? And looks like Toronto's going to start off with the pass. They're going to throw it short, going to turn up as Wilson and going to get close to the 30. And then there goes Jim Carr's first official game throwing over 100 yards. Going to make it 2nd and 7. Blake in the chat saying this game is crazy, not a lot of scoring. anybody's ball game for sure as they move to the pistol set. But what can they do with it is the question. They are going to hand it off and find a hole as Wilson running through the 35-yard line. A big burst and going to make it 1st and 10.
Yeah, you could see him pick up some speed there when he realized how much green he had in front of him.
Approaching 10.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Another handoff, and this time he's going to find another hole, and he's going to push forward, making that run game look real nice. Austin Wilson, he's turning up so far this game.
Yeah, he's had a solid outing for sure.
2nd and 2 coming up. Tampa trying to get off the field. And they're going to try the handoff again and going to find another hole. Going to get inside Tampa Bay territory, just wearing down the Typhoon defense. And it's 1st and 10 again. Tampa Bay, they need to find a way to make them pass the football.
Yeah, they do. And we know how streaky Jim Carr can be.
There goes a handoff and another big push here from Wilson, who's just cranking out yards left and right. He's averaging 6.5. They're going extremely run heavy in this 2nd half. I think they found a little bit of their mix to try to get the job done. So far, Tampa Bay doesn't have an answer. And they're going to give it to him again, trying to find a hole. But this time, Tampa Bay stiffens up. A great tackle there from 52, Heavy D.
Yeah, they finally got a good stop on him.
KT, you got a message there in the chat.
What would it take for you to do commentary more consistently? Caboose, I know you every time you hear my voice, you probably get tired of it.
Head up again, and Wilson is just not playing games. Inside the 35 they go, and Toronto's run game is just ridiculous right now.
Well, it probably helps that Jim Carr had to make them worried about that passing game, right? And now they're having to they've had that opening up on that run game now, and they're keeping Tampa on their heels.
Gotta wonder if the play action is gonna come up, and there it is, looking middle field and a dive.
Yup.
Oh my goodness, Darren Eliason led the lead in touchdowns, and he's gonna come up with his 2nd.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say about that play calling though, right? They go to that run game, they break them down some, make them acknowledge that exists, and then they send it deep for a touchdown.
Friend in the chat said boob. And he meant to say boom. That's what he meant to say. But regardless of that, it's an 8-point lead here for Toronto.
It's okay, Tom. We all make mistakes.
Caboose, I haven't said that catchphrase since the United Bowl. Like, simmer down. Like, I've switched it up this season. This is why I like you, KT. You don't hate on me. Like, Caboose always hate.
Caboose is just a hater. Like, this is what you signed up for when you agreed to work with him. Like,
I mean, Hill's getting paid for it, so I mean, I'd rather hear him get paid as not get paid. But and 4 games
United
ago,
Bowl was 4 games ago.
Yeah, and how long ago was that game? Tell the whole story there, since you want to be selective. I know your CTE is a little crazy over there too in the chat, but we're going to see this kickoff come along. Tampa Bay down 1 possession, still going, and going to take it past the 20 and just got stuck by Dexter Hall. That's a big body. I did call it that play action, though. I was like, it's going to happen. Eventually, it's going to happen.
And it worked.
Single back formation here. Tampa Bay still well in this ball game for sure, as we see a handoff to the right side, trying to juke move, and he's going to get pulled backwards, trying to get around the edge. And Mr. Ruddy, he's been in the league for a while, and he's getting his first chance at some football. honestly surprised he got picked up, but Toronto said that he could use a player like him on his defense. So far, he's been making plays, 3 tackles, quick pitch, and going to be caught. Reaching out is Enigma, and he's going to make the play. First and 10
That one
Tampa.
looked dangerous. That looked like it could have been a dangerous play there.
Definitely could have, but hey, it worked. Look how close that was. He was right there. Said too much under center, and I have like 2 under center plays. Yeah, it happens like that. They're gonna fake it once and twice, cutting up, and just too many Wraiths in front of them, and that's gonna be a loss for sure. That shotgun run has not been very favorable for Tampa. That's probably why they've moved more towards a single back set. But we'll see what happens here. 2nd and 11. They're going to try it again and pushing forward and running right into Dexter Hall, who's not playing games at all. They're going to get that yard back, and it's going to be 3rd and 10 now.
Yeah, they're having trouble not finding, like, they keep finding themselves in this situation with 3rd and long. Problem of just moving the ball at this point.
Taking off, gonna get sacked again.
Oh my goodness.
And Dexter Hall is making all of the plays here for Toronto. They're gonna get the ball back.
Well, it helps when you've got the shoulder size of Texas.
I don't know if Texas is even that big, KT.
What's he doing? Stuffing his shoulders? What?
I don't know, but it's every stoner's favorite down set. 4th and 20. Got to send it away, and it's going to get closer to 35. And Toronto's back on the field. Might be a little bit of a personal question, KT. I don't want to put you on the spot too much, too crazy, but do you smoke?
I do not.
Okay. I don't either. Make sure you keep your lungs clean, KT, so you can do more commentaries. We see another handoff to the 40. There goes Wilson again.
Yeah, we don't need me coughing up here in the booth. Yeah.
Nah. People in the chat loving this. A wise choice. I do drink, but I don't smoke. Going to be a handoff. Going to push forward, and another big hole. There's a flag, and I believe it's going to go backwards. I could be wrong. I was wrong last game. It actually is a hold. It is going to go make it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's unfortunate with the kind of gain that he just had there. But with the way he's been finding those holes here tonight, they'll probably end up just going back to him and having him try to pick it up again.
2nd and 10 coming up. Looks like not a stacked single back, but they're pretty close for sure. The receivers, they're going to try the ground game again, and there goes Preston rattling them down, but he's still putting up 5-6 yards a carry. Tampa Bay with another chance to get off of the field here. What can they do? Going to send JoJo in motion here. And they are going to pass out of it. And it's going to be caught again. There goes Aiden Keown with the play as the 3rd quarter winds down.
Jim Carr, 12 of 17 tonight. He's just been fairly efficient in placement.
Taking down for number 24. Going to be 1st and 10 coming up here. Going to send a man in motion. Will they keep it on the ground? Yes, they do. And going to try to get through, but once again, Preston Dotson right there to wrangle him down, and another 5 on the game. You could win games just off of that alone. Getting 4 yards, 5 yards, 6 yards.
Yeah, as long as you keep picking up first downs, that's all it takes.
Wilson in the chat, he's loving what he's seeing right now. I don't blame you, big homie. You kind of make me want to make a halfback like this. If you're going to move like that, a hurdle getting into the mix, and he's inside the 40, and he's 6 yards away from hitting his first century mark.
Yeah, I'd say he'll have that. Maybe within the next 2 plays.
Nice hurdle there. 40 seconds. Last chances for the people to get in the giveaway. Get your exclamation USFA in the chat so you can win some prizes. Gonna take it inside the 35. And it's gonna be a gain of about 3. That should take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. I'll do the giveaway after the play in the 4th. But throw your 4s in the chat for your boys and gal. That's what I said.
Thank you. Inclusive. Thank you.
Got to be. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be 2nd and 7 coming up. And once again, Toronto is just beating these defenders up. And there's gonna be another pass there inside the 15. They go. And we gotta get into this giveaway real quick. Who's gonna win it? Who is going to win the giveaway? Let me know in the chat. That's what I want to know. Let's go ahead and get that spin rolling pretty soon. Got a whole bunch of stuff. Got the new website bio. I showed a little bit of a preview of it earlier. Well, not early. That was like more yesterday, but it's all good. We keep it moving. And let's go ahead and get it up so you can see what's happening. What's gonna be the prize for tonight? Looks like your very, very classic 5 TPE. Can't be mad at you. And Caboose is threatening of bans if a certain player was to win. But we got a winner right here. It's going to be Turts, and we could go ahead and re-roll that one because like who really cares about this? No, it's all good. Namey's gonna get 5 extra TPE going into week 2. Can't be mad at it. And I'll go ahead and archive that so we can get that going. But great job on the giveaway. Had 15, I believe, on that one. We'll go ahead and resume. We'll go ahead and get it to the right setup for you all. Second.
It was a nice catch.
Really nice there from JoJo, and the drive continues here for Toronto. Looking to get something going here. Gonna pass it left side, going to be caught by JoJo again. He's gonna make it 2nd and 6 here. Outside of the score being 1 possession, can't help but be impressed here for what Toronto's done in their first game. As we see a short drop back, throwing it, and almost had another touchdown potentially, but going to make it 3rd and 6 now.
No, I mean they look like a well-formed team out there. They're not skipping beats.
Also, shout out to the person who made those uniforms for Toronto. They look sweet. Going to be passing it though for sure. I'm going to look for Manus Carr. Protections trying to get broken down. He's just going to throw this one away. A smart play, not forcing anything. Just take what the defense gives you. Give your team a chance to go up 2 possessions with a field goal.
Yeah, and the like being in this position in the 4th quarter here as time's running out.
It's an interesting take that we should have here. Have we seen the resurgence of Jim Carr? He's had probably one of his better games I've ever seen him play here for Toronto.
As somebody who got to see quite a bit of him last season, this is probably the best, one of the best, if not the best I've seen him play. Because there's been a couple of times that there were incomplete passes, but they felt that they were the receiver's fault, not his.
And then Prem in the chat, he says, look what I did with the Dallas QB. Like, Carr's better than him, and I'd have to 100% agree with you on that one, even though it's not really a high mark to hit, but I shouldn't have said that live. But hey, we keep it moving here. I should have said that.
I didn't hear anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Make sure y'all had yourselves on mute like the past 15 seconds, because you wouldn't have heard what I just said. But Tampa Bay still in this ball game for sure. We'll see if they can get their offense in gear. They've had 2 possessions where they were able to get inside the red zone. They came up with field goals, and that's the reason why they're in this position here.
Yeah, and they really just had trouble finishing their drives, especially because they keep getting into those positions with 3rd and longs.
1st and 10 coming up here. Obvious passing situation. Going to throw it short. Going to turn up his dash. He is going to get hit. And once again, 12 for 20. I got to say it again. That's your boy's birthday, KT. What you going to give him for my birthday?
Maybe some commentary.
That is a gift that I will definitely take. I'm not even going to lie to you. Even though I won't be doing commentary on my birthday for obvious reasons.
No, but it'll be, you know, in advance or IOUs.
I got you. Looking to pass and almost picked off again. And this defense here for Toronto is just ridiculous tonight.
Yeah, honestly, I've been just really impressed with them on the whole.
They've been getting the West. They've been stopping the passing game. The run game has been great defensively, and another bad penalty here for Tampa, who's trying to get something going.
Yeah, they've just been all out of sorts tonight, and some of that can be credited to Toronto, but some of it also, I think, is just that they're not in a rhythm as a team.
Could it be that Tampa Bay's first hit in Canada, maybe that's the reason why they're out of sorts? They don't know what to do and decide, but that pass was nice, going past the 40, and that'll be a nice job there from Earl Flynn again.
Yeah, well, honestly, I thought we would see more out of him tonight. He's had a couple of good plays, but they just haven't been able to find him as reliably as I would like.
1st and 10 coming up here. Tampa trying to get something going, looking for the slant, and gonna pick it up is Flint. Gonna get close to the 1st down mark, a gain of 9. And
maybe they heard me.
Yeah, maybe they did. They probably should have started working them into the offense maybe in the 2nd quarter. That probably would have been a lot more effective. But the offense continues to roll here. Tampa Bay back in Toronto territory. Only 6 points to show for it. Looking for the pass. Going to throw it short. There goes Vaughn. Past the 45, down to the 42. And the offense is starting to roll here.
We've seen that a couple of times, though, and then it gets killed off at some point. So let's see if they can keep that in consistent threat here.
1st and 10 coming up. Looking for the pass again. Looking for a man to throw it to. Turns off, and Rick takes off to run. Looking for a man. Gonna go ahead and flip it.
What?
He was like, nope, I'm not getting hit. Let me just get it to my tight end right here for 3.
That was a choice.
I kind of get it though. I mean, you rather not like try to run right into the teeth of the defense. You know, you see a quick hole, flip it to him, get some yards, go forward. As we see a 2nd and 7 coming up. Looking for the pass again, right side and wide open. There it goes. Sparrow inside the 25, and they're starting to pick it up here. They're trying to get something going, and that was not a flag.
They want that end zone.
They're calling for a flag on that pass, so he was definitely behind the line of scrimmage when he flipped it to him, so no flag there. 1st and 10 coming up. Gonna send the man in motion, and they are gonna fake it. Now they're going with the read option, and he's gonna get blown up. Could not hit that edge, and there was a lot of green over there, KT.
Yeah, there was. It's just an unfortunate. place to be there where you can't get to that edge, especially when you're trying to get into the end zone here.
Honestly, I would have liked to seen a little bit more read option there because he definitely has the speed to get the job done. Would have liked to seen that earlier. Look for the pass again, middle of the field, and caught in another first down, caught by Sparrow. That's going to make it 1st and 10. Tampa Bay trying to make a last-ditch effort here.
Yeah, in the red zone.
But can they put it in the end zone? That's the question. Five minutes and some change here. They're going to hand it off, finding a hole, pushing forward, sheds off a man, and there goes the first touchdown on the season here for Tampa. In this game, it ain't over quite yet.
That was a fantastic run, too.
They needed that one for sure. They got to go for the 2-point conversion to make it a 3-point ball game. I don't blame them. See if they could tie it up if they can. Tampa Bay trying to keep their wits with them. Taking off to run, but gets sacked. And there goes the man of the hour, Andre Krim, with the big play. And now Tampa Bay is in a situation where they really can't give up any points. A quick stop would be the most doable thing to do here for Tampa. And definitely not giving up a touchdown. They give up another touchdown. It might be the first victory here for Toronto. But we're going to send this one away. It will be a kneel down. Got a great game tonight, folks. First and 10 coming up. Got to expect Toronto to work a little bit of the run game here.
Yeah, I got to run some of that clock off.
Gonna give it to him here and finding another hole for about 6 and actually about 5 there. 16 for 99 on the day. Have yourself a day. Second and medium here. Clock continuing to roll. Be another handoff, and it's going to be a flag though, and I think it is going to be on Toronto. Yes, it is, and that is a bad penalty there for the Wraiths there. It's going to help Tampa though, especially how this run game been moving. Second and 15 coming up here. And it's going to be another handoff going with the reverse. And Preston Dotson says, sit down, young blood. You still got some work to do. As Austin Wilson, he will crack 100 yards for his first game, but he took a hit there.
Yeah, he did. He's just had a really good game all around tonight. And they probably feel pretty comfortable going to him right now.
3rd and 13. I would say probably a passing situation, and they will try it, and almost picked off. And that was the one thing that Toronto did not want to do. Tampa Bay, you got to come clutch in that type of situation. But even though it does make 4th down, so they will get the ball regardless, but that would have set Tampa all the way up for a potential lead. Sending this one away though. It's going to be Mr. Vinny. Going to use that speed to get past the 30. And Tampa Bay, here comes the drive. What can you do here? And looking at Tampa Bay's offense, what do you think they should do here to get the job done? Who do you think they should target?
You know, they've really... I don't think they run it. I think they need to air this out, hit people like Spira, Flint, and just play careful.
And that was a dicey pass, but it worked out, getting 6 on the play. Plenty of time. Got all 3 timeouts. Don't got to get everything in one play unless it's available.
Yeah, I mean, be methodical, right? Chip away, get into the end zone.
Gonna pass this one again, looking left side and caught again by Sparrow. 1st and 10 coming for Tampa. They're looking for the comeback here, and that's a great start. And it's obviously going to be 4-down territory here. Going to be potentially their last chance. They do have their timeouts, of course, just in case something bad happens, but you want to get it done here so they don't have to worry about doing it later. As we see West with a small drop back, looking the right side is going to be caught again by Enigma, and a big catch there. Tampa Bay, you're on the move, and we're going to move to the 2-minute warning.
I think they have trouble when they run out of room. When they manage to find their way down there and they start running out of room, that seems to be where they get into trouble, because they move the ball well enough to get into the red zone but can't tend to finish.
We'll see if they can finish here. The last 2 minutes, they got all 3 timeouts. The field goal is not going to help them out. They're trying to get something going here. 1st and 10 coming up. Looking for a man to throw it to. Right side and caught. Turning up is Vaughn. Gonna get close to the 1st down mark. 1 minute, 50 seconds left. The clock continues to roll. Gonna look for a pass again. Takes off to run and looking end zone, but just out of the reach there. Gonna make it 3rd and 1 coming up.
Yeah, that was a bit of a spicy pass there, and they wanted to get a lot in one go, but you just also want to be careful that you're not turning it over here.
Third and 1 here, looking for the first. Can they find it? Looking and almost throws a pick 6.
Yeah, pick 6 would be game.
Ball game for sure. Last play potentially here for Tampa. If they don't pick it up, they're going to hand it off, and they will pick it up. And that was a smart play right there. Move on to the next one. Tom Edwards gets it done here for Tampa. Good job. 1 minute, 10 seconds left. The clock continues to roll. Going no huddle now. Timeouts haven't been called yet. They're looking for the score. They're looking left side and caught by the homemade Flint. And he's going to get close to the 1st down mark, 2nd and inches.
They might just run that one through. Or they might, honestly, if I were them, I might go ahead and try airing it out still. Because they do have such trouble when they get in the limited space.
41 seconds here. They're going to pass it again. Looking for a man. Throws it short. Going to be caught by Edwards, getting to the 10-yard line. And they're not calling any timeouts until right now. 31 seconds left in this ball game. And I already sent the ping out. Like, this is worth it here. Yogi Barr's first tackle, or at least his first solo tackle, I believe. And he was the #1 overall draft pick in this past draft. So only 1 tackle solo. We'll see if that improves throughout the season. We'll see 1st and goal. James West looking for his comeback. Is going to be caught. Going to push forward inside the 5 they go. Calling the timeout. Toronto looking for the stop. Tampa Bay, he's doing his jog in place. He's making sure he's getting those thighs right. He wants to punch
He's
it into the end
ready.
zone.
Yeah, he's ready, bro. Those are warm-ups right there.
1 timeout.
The man on.
Can Tampa Bay get the job done on the road? Get the first official victory in Canada for the other teams. Looking for a man. Looking left side and caught by Earl the Pearl Flint, and that is going to give him the lead late. What a drive there from West and the gang.
And they left so little time on the clock for Toronto to do anything about it.
Now, they could go for it here, and it looks like they are, to make it a 3-point ball game, right? So just in case Toronto was to get down, they'll have to score a field goal to tie it. They're going to hand it off up the middle, and he's going to get strong up in there. Ja'Cory Dash. And Toronto, they're in a bad spot. And honestly, that was probably one of the most well-constructed drives I've seen since we moved to Madden. I'm not even going to lie to you, KT.
Yeah, no, that was pretty solid. It was smart going for the 2-point conversion to end it, too. I mean, you can't argue with it if you're Tampa Bay, if you're Toronto. You're kind of fist in the air right now.
And you got to give, wow, Toronto, they've played such a great game. They've had the lead since the beginning of the ball game. They lost it here, 23 seconds. They're obviously going to lose some seconds here on the kickoff unless they kick into the end zone, but you got to give Toronto all the credit in the world for making this a game for sure.
Yeah, and up until now, we thought it was their win.
Tampa Bay showed some of their mettle there to get back into the mix as we see a return there past the 25 and a gain of around 20 to start off. That will help them out for sure, getting close to midfield. Timeout right after that. They can still make plays. The game is not over
this will
yet.
Put Jim Carr to the test here.
Gonna look for a man to throw it to. Takes off and throws it short. That is not going to help. And I think you're familiar with that type of play from Carr, throwing it short when you need to go long.
Yeah, and he's a little frustrating that way sometimes, but at the same time, it's yardage over a sack there. So,
and I think that was most of the gripes that Pittsburgh had with them, is like whenever he had to go deep, he doesn't, and that is not going to help. 3 defensive linemen moving, making it even harder here for this offense. Second and 15 coming up. They need something going here. They got all the receivers, but this is where Toronto may fail outside of Darren Eliason, who's going to make the play. But they are going to launch it deep. It's going to be incomplete. I don't blame him.
He did send it deep that time.
Hey, he learned from his lessons last season. That's what he said. Not on the play before that, but he learned it then. It's 3rd and 15. And whoever bet on Toronto, they might be a little upset because they would have had a pretty big payday. We'll see if it ends up being that way. Looking for a man to throw it to. Turns it back around and throws it away. And that is not the way to end it right there. But Toronto, you had a great chance to get it, but not to be. Tampa Bay comes through with the clutch drive and takes the 20-17 victory. And I know you got PTSD off of that last play. I know you did.
I did. I actually really did. Like, that hurt me a little bit in my soul because I saw a lot of that last year. That was, to everything that Carr did well in that game, to end it the way he just did, like, shows that he has gotten better and improved some, but also he's still Carr. Like,
tough breaks there for Toronto, but very, very impressive. Pretty much all the way through. Just lost it on that last drive. I think if they was to get that pick 6, we would be talking about how great Jim Carr was. But nonetheless, a great game by both teams. A great way to end week number 1. And I'll go over the stats shortly here. Looks like James West was 70% there, 264 yards, 1 TD there to Flint, the one to win it. So he has the first official game-winning drive this season. Jim Carr, 15 for 25, 161, 2 touchdowns, and the longest pass so far in this one was 30 by Jim Carr. Austin Wilson, he was definitely the Toronto player of the game outside of Dexter Hall. We'll see him later. But in his first game, he got 100 yards rushing, 5.9 yards a carry. Ja'Cory Dash, 15 for 46, 1 touchdown, and he did get one of those touchdowns to get him back into the ball game for sure. Great job from him. Braxton McFadden 2 for 9. Tom Edwards also had a couple of solid carries there. James West 2 for 10 on the ground. The longest carry of the day surprisingly was 12 by Edwards and Wilson. It felt like longer, but maybe it's because Wilson was just chopping them up all game long. He did lead in catches too, 6 for 20. Dusty Rooks, the tight end, getting 3 for 53. Tidwell Jr. in his first game in Toronto, 2 for 23. Darren Eliason, he had a great touchdown game. Both of his catches went for buckets, 2 for 55. Aiden Keown in his first game in Toronto, 2 for 10. Looks like Tidwell, Rooks, and Wilson each had a drop, and the longest catch obviously went to Eliason. On the other side, Travis Vaughn, 7 for 66. Earl Flint, 6 for 65. Actually, I take that back. There was a comeback last game with Huntington Beach. I forgot about that one. But yes, 2 comeback victories to close the week. Yeah, Earl Flint, 6 for 65, 1 touchdown. Great job from him. Elijah Nigma in his first game, 5 for 67. Bronson Sparrow, 4 for 38, some big catches. Ja'Cory Dash, 3 for 21. Tom Edwards, 1 for 7. And no drops here for Tampa. That definitely helped them get the comeback. And the longest catch for them was 23 there to Travis Vaughn. Defensively for Tampa, Preston Dotson. I mean, KT, like, do you see why I love him, man, so much? He does so. That's what he does. 4 touchdowns solo, 8 assisted for 12 total. Madison Nicole there with 5. Dax Brightmore with 5. Heavy D with 5. Jordan Vinny with 4. Kingston Ali with 3. Brock Hoskins with 3. Loki Gunderson with 3. The rookie Leon Kennedy, the rookie, with 2. Shiloh Marino with 2. Schlug Stern with 2. Hendricks Harlow with 1. Vaughn Carlton with 1. Vaughn Carlton. Shout out to Vaughn Carlton. Tackles for loss, Brock Hoskins and Heavy D each got 1. Stern and Brightmore split a sack there. The rookie getting into the mix. Great job by Slug Stern. No INTs. Madison Nicole led the way with 2 pass deflections. Preston Dotson there with 1. And nothing else here. Here for Toronto, the leader in tackles user-wise was Mr. Ruddy with 8. Uribe in his first game with 6. Tomlin Juicer coming back, playing against his former team, funny enough, he has 6. Dexter Hall with 5. Lawrence Sands with 5. Lee Flowers with 5. Matthew Owsley with 4. Tyler O'Steele with 4. Yogi Barr, the number 1 overall draft pick, gets 4 total tackles. Mitchell Lott with 3. Thor Brown with 2. And Andre Krim ends the game with 1. He did have a sack, but that was on a 2-point conversion, and they don't count those. So unfortunate there. He's going to start with a blank. But Dexter Hall will not. He's going to get 2 sacks in his first game in Toronto. A great game from him. Definitely encouraging to see. Kevin Uribe with 2 pass deflections. Sands, Juicer, and Mitchell Lott each with the pass deflection. Let's see, nothing else here. So that is all the defensive players. Not Dexter. David Washington, perfect on the game. 27-yard kick is the longest between the 2. Made all of his extra points. Trey Pointer made all of his kicks. His longest was 25. Longest, actually not the longest, but the kickoffs, it looks like 9 total. 4 of them were touchbacks, and all 4 of them were there by Trey Pointer. Can't speak apparently. Let's see, longest punt there by Trey Pointer with 54. David Washington with the 51-yarder, and looks like they both averaged around like 50 between the 2 of them in regards to punts. Bronson Sparrow, 4 for 96. Aiden Keown, 1 for 24. And punt return wise, Aiden Keown, 2 for 21. Jordan Vinny, 3 for 24. And KT, we could go ahead and wrap up week number 1.
Yep. A good way to end it there was a close game. Equivalent of a buzzer beater a little bit, wasn't it?
That was definitely a buzzer beater right there. I'm gonna get my first buzzer beater eventually in the GSB. Just wait and see. I want you to be on the call for it too. I want you to scream like, yeah! I want to do all that. I want it all. But going to be a fun ride here. I'm going to go over the schedule for week number 2 really fast. But as I'm looking that up, what are your thoughts on these two teams going into week 2?
Ultimately Tampa Bay does come out with the win. They took some time to get their feet set, and they made it work where it counted, right? I did think Toronto looked pretty solid. They looked complete. I mean, most ways, even with a loss. They definitely exceeded my expectations coming into this as a first look. Normally it takes some time for teams to get adjusted, but honestly, they looked like they were mid-season form already. So kudos to them, and congratulations to Tampa Bay with the win.
Congratulations indeed. I got it up here. I'll talk about the schedule. It looks like the first game will be seeing New Jersey. They will be on the road going to Pittsburgh. So that'll be how we start week 2. After that, we'll have a Twitch game. It'll be New York traveling to Toronto. So they'll have 2 straight home games on prime time. The Toronto Wraiths, they think they could get the job done. They want to get their first victory. Thursday, it'll be Anchorage traveling to St. Louis, another Western Conference matchup. The first time those two teams meet, Dane Jones versus Rebecca Montaigne. That was a fun ride last year. Charlotte and Tampa Bay. So Charlotte will be going to Tampa Bay for the first time. That'll be pretty sweet to see. And Charlotte, they're looking pretty good in the Eastern Conference, so you got to watch out. And then we have our two primetime games, one on Friday, one on Saturday. We have Red versus Blue indeed. Tacoma will be traveling to Huntington Beach to see that one. Going to be a fun ride as always. I already know that's going to be a fun game. And then we also have the rivalry of last season renewed. Dallas traveling to Arizona for the first time. Going to be a fun ride as always. And outside that, we could go ahead and wrap this thing up, KT.
I appreciate y'all having me in here. It was a good game.
It's a great game. I'm not even going to lie to you. Thanks to everybody for throwing the bits out and showing love in the chat. But we'll get the stats rolling. We'll get the articles and graphics rolling, all the good stuff. And we'll talk to you later.